Hello and welcome to today's video. Today is my empties for the months of June and July. So we're gonna start out with something that's not technically an empty. This is not something that's going toward my empty like value total, but I did want to mention that I'm decluttering something. I'm shocked as you are probably. If you watch my channel, you'll probably know that I've said this a million times, but I'm not good at decluttering. And the other day I posted a video about the evaluating my eyeshadow palettes collection tag, and this was one of my answers. This is like my first technical, I guess, palettes. These were two quads that I had depotted into a Z palette, and after that video I just got to thinking, and I was just thinking about my collection, and I know that I have so many of these brown, neutral, bronze, gold, sheeny kind of shades, and I decided I'm gonna let them go. While I said in the video that they were sentimental, and they kind of are, it's kind of pointless for them to take up space like this. So these, I don't even remember what configuration they were technically in, but these were, I've owned these since college. So let me show you the shades that I'm decluttering. This was a mid-tone brown matte kind of shade, kind of cool tone, and I don't even think I used it in my crease in college because I didn't know to do that. Maybe once I started getting into like YouTube videos and purchasing more, I tried it out a little bit, but as you can see, I mean, it got a little use, but not a ton. Not a ton. So I just have this shade in better quality 100 times over in my palette collection, so letting that go for sure. And then the next one was this little satin kind of cream shade, and again, not a great quality shade, and the dark brown I don't even think I knew how to use back then, and I know I have a million of those. And then let's see, now you'll see a lot more use on these metallic shades. I wouldn't even call them metallic, they're not very good, but they are, this one was like a cool tone dark brown. This one here had a really good dip in it, and this was like a kind of gold sheen kind of thing, maybe a hint of champagne. Then I had a bronze color that also had some good wear on it. That one's going. And then these two had pan on them, so you know I love these. And let's see if I can get my hands to work right. Yeah, we had like a champagne gold kind of thing again, and then another bronze coppery kind of color. And yeah, I was even swatching them the other day, and they just, I mean, it's just hard to get these guys to like swatch well even. So there's no point. I mean, look how sheer that is. There are so many better shades that I have in my collection. I mean, just for example, I have Norvina sitting right here. So let's see. This one is kind of a bronze shade, and I barely touched it, and then like bam, see that? So much better. And yeah, it's just time to say goodbye. As much as I can appreciate what those shades meant to me in college, yeah, it's time to move on. So let's move into the actual empties. I'm going to start off with makeup products, and the first product I have here is a Touch and Glow Radiance Lotion, but I use this as a primer, so this is what it's looking like. And yeah, this is a great little product. I found mine at TJ Maxx, and I've bought my backup also at TJ Maxx, so every time I go in there they tend to have these. And this is something that if you like to wear a glowy base, get this. And if you have like also, if you want to kick it up a notch, you can always throw in like a little bit of liquid highlighter into this and shear it out, and it's just nice. It doesn't have glitter, it's got the nicest little sheen, and it actually moisturizes quite well. And so this is one that I have repurchased, and I probably would continue to repurchase it in the future. It's really affordable, really cheap, and quite frankly a pretty dang good product. Next up was another Project Pan item, and this is from e.l.f. This is their lip scrub. This was in the mint flavor, and yeah, as you can see, that is done. These are a great little, I think these things retail for about $4, maybe $5. I think it's $4. And they are, in my opinion, I like these the most because they're gritty enough without being too much. Some of the ones that come in like jars, like for example, this NYX one here, and this, I've not tried the NYX one, but I've tried like an Ulta one. And I always, my experience is always that those aren't quite gritty enough to exfoliate my lips the way I want them to, but this is obviously, it's a bullet formula, so it's drier. And I just really enjoy this format. It's easy to carry around too. So I have a backup of this, and this is probably one that, even though I may test out other lip exfoliators from time to time, this will probably be the one that I always go back to. Next up, I have a Stila Glitter and Glow Shadow. This is in the shade Smoldering Satin. I love this shade, but oh my goodness, it's done. It's done. Sadly, oh my goodness, do you see that? Yeah, it's done. So great shade. I would possibly, oh God, it's everywhere. I would possibly consider picking up another one in the future, but these are something now that I realize how little I use them and how quickly, I don't think I'll ever buy minis again because they do dry out so much quicker than my big ones. But I would be really selective in the future about which big Stila Glitter and Glows that I would have, and I would only have like 2 or 3 because yeah, I don't wear glitter that often, but if I have the right shades, I know that I would wear them and get a good use out of them, if that makes sense. So these products are great. Don't overwhelm yourself, I guess is the synopsis of that. Next up, I have an eyeliner. This was a L'Oreal eyeliner, the Silkissime one. I've picked this up at TJ Maxx, but I believe this is also discontinued now, and it's probably for the better. To me, this was, I mean, super opaque, very dark black eyeliner, but it transferred on my eyes quite a bit and was not my favorite in that regard. I think the Rimmel Scandalized eyeliner, which is also cheaper than this guy was, is a much better eyeliner, and yeah, not my favorite, but I'm glad to have used it up. And then last makeup product we have here is my Lily lashes in the style Havana, and I'm gonna open these. You may be able to see that one of them is way more fluffy because that's what happened. I was trying to clean them up, and this one started shedding really bad on me, and then this guy's still nice and fluffy. So I'm calling it done. These are beautiful lashes, and actually I picked these up at TJ Maxx too. I think they normally retail for like $30, and I picked them up for like 6 or 7. And oh my goodness, I had never tried more of a high-end lash. I've always used Ardell's or like Eylures or Kiss lashes, and I have to say I'm really surprised at how much longer these lashes lasted me than like an Ardell lash does. I mean, obviously they're beefier, thicker girls, and so they have a little bit more tread on them, but oh my goodness, these were beautiful. I really enjoyed them. I have another pair that I've already opened up and I'm using again. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but if I find like a style that I absolutely can't live without, I might consider paying $30 in the future for these lashes. I have a ton of them. Luckily, I don't have to do that because I have so many lashes right now. But I don't know. They're quite beautiful. All right, moving out of makeup and going into skincare. I have quite a bit here. I used up one of my Curology bottle services. My cocktail is in the, I have tretinoin, azelaic acid, and niacinamide. And so yeah, this is such a great service. If you have not checked it out yet and you need like prescription level kind of stuff for your skin, this is such a good thing. This bottle is $40 and it's supposed to last you 2 months. Mine lasts longer because I don't quite use the full 2 pump suggested amount. I don't need that much to cover my face, and so oh my goodness, such a good product. I don't think I could ever go without it. I hope I don't have to go without it, but so good. This is CeraVe PM moisturizer, and this is my kind of holy grail moisturizer. It's got really good ingredients in there, lots of, again, ceramides, niacinamide, hyaluronic acid. Now, if your face is irritated, it will burn a little bit, but if you take care of your skin and don't irritate it too much, don't over exfoliate, you're not gonna have an issue with that, or at least I don't. And then next up, I have a Mary Kay. This was a like exfoliating, it's technically part of the duo, but I don't think I've finished the moisturizer yet from that duo. I think I've just kind of forgotten to finish it, to be honest, but hopefully that'll be in an Empties video in the future. But this is what it's looking like. This was in a project, I think it was, and I'm so glad to have this done. This is a very abrasive. I could only use it about once a week because of how abrasive it was. It had two ounces in it, which is quite a bit in my opinion, and a little bit went a really long way, but I do not really enjoy MLMs, and so I would not buy this again. Plus I think that in the future, at least with my skin aging the way it is. I think that chemical exfoliators are probably a little bit better and smarter of a decision for me to use. So I don't think I'll use physical exfoliators like this anymore, but I do have a couple of them I need to finish. But once those are done, I think I'm gonna stick with chemical ones. So next up, I have a number 7 Lift and Illuminate Day Cream with, it had a 30 SPF in it, and I actually quite enjoyed this. This was actually very glowy. It gave my skin quite a glow, and I kind of liked that. Now, it would probably be holy grail for me if it was 50 SPF. When I wear SPF, or no, I wear SPF every day, but I prefer it to be 50, and 30 is not ideal, but at the same time, I really enjoyed the way this made my skin look. And if I saw this, especially on sale, I would probably pick this up if I was running low on sunscreen because I really enjoyed it. It was really good. Next up, I have another moisturizer. This is from Garnier. This was a Moisture Skin Active, and I initially really liked this because I put it on and it kind of had a cooling sensation on my skin. And then I realized it made it look kind of dry and like striated, and I was just racking my brain for a little, like, what is wrong? And I looked up the ingredients on this, and it has SD alcohol in it, pretty high up on the list. And so yeah, no, I stopped using it on my face. I think the problem is that because I use stuff like CeraVe, or not CeraVe, because I use Curology and a vitamin C, and I keep my face, I tried, my whole goal, because I'm aging, is to get my skin to turn over a little bit more regularly so that we fight some appearance of wrinkles and that kind of stuff. This having SD alcohol so high on the ingredient list was just not doing my skin any favors. It was drying my skin out rather than actually moisturizing it. So I did use this up on like my chest, and where I don't use other kind of chemical exfoliators or chemical things that are a little bit more harsh. I used this on like arms a couple times, and yeah, I used it on my body until it was gone. I would not buy it again. For some reason, Garnier is just a brand that I've not really had good experience with any of their items. Their shampoo, their moisturizers, some of their face makeup. I think I've tried like a CC cream or something from them. I just can't seem to like make this brand work for me. And so I don't know. Let me know, is there a brand that just you feel the same way about? You've tried a couple things, and no matter what you try from that brand, it just doesn't work for you? I'm starting to wonder if maybe we're just not meant to be. And then next up is a Veiny cream bar. Obviously the bar is gone, so I have the packaging for the bar. This was a product that was recommended to me via my dermatologist that I work with the Curology service. And because my skin, I want it to turn over so quickly, and I'm using a vitamin A to help do that, they suggested try out a Veiny cream bar to help kind of keep your pores clean. And I have to say, when I use this bar often, it does help keep my pores clean. Although sometimes I think that a salicylic facial wash does just as good of a job. So I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's a very good bar, but I don't know if it's the end all be all for my skin. But yeah, I think that I will continue to use this. It's a really good product. Sometimes I find myself having acne breakouts other places, and while my pores might be great on my nose, my skin down here tends to break out. But usually that's hormonally, and I don't know how much this is gonna deal with that anyways. Anyways, I'm rambling now. Last two products in the body category. I used up a body sugar, or no, this is a salt scrub. I could not find a sugar scrub here in Sweden when we moved here, but I've been going to the store called Normal, and they tend to have salt scrubs there. And it's pretty affordable, so I grabbed one of those, and it smells great. It's very fragrant, just which sugar scrubs are too, but it smells very good. It did do a good job of exfoliating. The only thing I don't like about a salt scrub over a sugar scrub is that, like, let's say that I shave my legs and I kind of like nick myself, or like give myself a little bit of like razor burn, and then I want to go over and exfoliate my legs or something, like a day later or something. If I still have some of the open sore, this burns like crazy. And so while it's a very fine, very exfoliating product, at the same time, it can burn. And I'm not crazy about that, but it will do for now. I do miss my sugar scrubs from like Tree Hut in the US, but for now this will work. I can deal with it. And then lastly, I used up a nail polish. This is my first ever nail polish that I've ever used up, and this was just from the Color Workshop. This is like those little gift sets that you see at Christmas time from Walmart, and hopefully you will see like it's very see-through and very gone, and yeah, not the best formula. I have decided to invest in another red nail polish for now from H&M, and I'm enjoying it quite much. And so yeah, this is my first nail polish used, and I'm pretty excited to have that done. All right, now let's quickly review the numbers. So for the months of June and July, my product value totaled to $170.97 of value used up. And then that brings me to, for the year, $463.47. So not bad. I did say in past empty videos that the number isn't as high as I would hope, but then again, a lot of the makeup that I've used up this year has been like $1, $2 products and that kind of thing. And the same is true for today. Like I counted this as like $1 or $2, and this is about, you know, a couple dollars, like less than $10. And so yeah, I think this has been my probably biggest ticket item. This was $30 I counted it as, even though I didn't pay $30 for it. Yeah, so it's just gonna be like that because I'm using up some more affordable options. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.